Yo, what's going on? Welcome to the Profit First Show. Let me close these windows where I was playing music in the background because we not about to get no copyright strikes tonight, man. It's Friday, but we still are showing up. So everybody who's tapping in, everybody who's watching the live, and we're not live anymore, welcome in. I appreciate everyone's support. I appreciate you tapping in because we got a value packed tonight for sure. Tonight, you guys are going to be blown away with the topics we're covering. We're going to be covering 5 different topics that's trending right now. And of course, we always tie that back to the business, the money, the finances, the economics, what's going on in the United States. So you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. As usual, if you guys have any questions, if you agree, if you disagree, I don't really care. But we will be reading the chat in between segments as usual. All right. And I'll have them pop up on the screen too, so you feel heard because I'm watching the videos, reacting, and reading your comments all at the same time. Anyways, I want to get started right on point tonight so we can make this as seamless as possible. All right. Let me make sure the camera's actually charging. It's not charging. So I actually got to charge it. All right, I'm gonna make sure she's charging, and I'm gonna turn my heat down because I get really excited. I get really excited when I start filming, so I don't need to like be burning up at the same time. All right. All right, so now that that's out the way, let's go ahead and cover the first topic, which is the winter storm crisis. People are literally already struggling with the cost of living, and here they are trending, buying groceries in bulk. I get it. Sometimes the power cuts off, but really, is it really that serious? We're going to find out. Let's go ahead and tap into the first subject. So if you haven't known by now you know there's a winter storm coming. It's 2026 and people are freaking out and buying everything up in the stores. So we're going to go ahead and react to it to see what's going on and really question why people are doing this in the first place if they already are financially struggling with the cost of living.
Okay, if you live in any of these highlighted areas, especially this purple one, you really need to pay attention. A rare, long-track winter storm is looking likely late this week into the weekend. With Arctic air fully in place, high confidence in development, and a footprint that keeps expanding. This has the potential to be one of those storms that we talk about for years to come, if a few key aspects line up. Here's how the storm may unfold. On Friday, winter weather breaks out across parts of Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. There's going to be snow on the cold side, but the bigger concern is going to be a dangerous icing zone just south of that. Then on Saturday, the system pushes east into the Tennessee and Ohio valleys. Heavy snow becomes more likely north of the track, while freezing rain remains a serious threat closer to the transition zone. Then on Sunday, attention shifts to the mid-Atlantic. Cold air is already locked in, and if this system holds together, parts of the East Coast could be buried in snow. Now here's the unfortunate part. The cold air that's coming in behind this storm is very intense. It's going to be the coldest air that we've had in a very long time in parts of the South. And if we have an ice storm that knocks out the power, that's going to cause a lot of problems. So don't be scared, be prepared. Specific details about this storm are going to change as we go forward, but the pattern is locked in. This is happening. So make sure you like and
So you know what's actually crazy? First of all, shout out to this creator because he is like the meteorologist of social media right now. Everybody's been listening to him, but I want to go ahead and include that I live in the East. I live in Virginia, if you guys haven't known. So it is something that we have been preparing for. At least in Virginia, I have seen, them salt the roads. I have seen them also prepare. My job, my 9 to 5 has also let me know, hey, don't come in Monday. It's not going to be safe. So we're prepared for this. A lot of the states like Texas and the southern states, they know what's happened with the last like crazy snowstorm they had, and they weren't supposedly prepared. So this is one of the reasons why there's so many people reacting and also overreacting to this storm. We're gonna see this in the later videos as we react to them. So subscribe if you like the content, and let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below.
Yeah, does anybody have a clue what's going on with this big store? Because the range that they're giving, like, you know, when you order a home appliance for delivery, they go, yeah, no, we'll be there anytime between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. That's how they sound with this storm. They're like, yeah, it can be cold or it can end the world. If I were you, I would prepare for either 2 inches or 17 feet of snow within that range. There's gonna be a lot of ice, or honestly, there may be no ice. And this thing can start probably in the morning, maybe in the afternoon, potentially in the evening. So I'd just be ready. And lastly, I would also prepare for this to not happen at all. You know what I mean? So it could be anything, really.
Look, I don't know what state this guy is from, but this is exactly how Virginia is. Lie to you not. Yesterday, it was like 62 degrees. I was traveling for work. It got so warm because the sun was out as well. It was clear skies, and I had to take my jacket off. And all I had was like a short sleeve shirt and a tank top underneath. And I'm like, yo, it's supposed to snow and like get really bad 2 days from now. This is Virginia for you. I'm not sure about your state that you live in, but let me know. If you're living in a state that's going to be hit by the snow, are you prepared? What did you do to prepare? And are you worried about it? Or are you just chilling and like, hey, we're going to live through it. It's ice. We might lose power, but it's not going to be like it's a tornado or some type of earthquake movement. You know, let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below.
People are fucking idiots. If you look at this shit, one thing I can guarantee you is people would rather fucking freeze and die than eat this keto shit. Guaranteed.
That is hilarious. So people, let alone, I mean, there might be some healthy things that they have picked up off that shelf, but like they skipped the keto stuff. The healthy looking stuff is like people still, look, if it's the end of the world, damn it, they're not going to choose the healthy stuff still. This is actually really hilarious. Let's see what's going on in the comment section. Someone said, sir, I needed this laugh. And someone else said, as a type 1 diabetic, I was delighted picking up my keto supplies. A person should always have plenty of stuff for 1 month minimum of supplies, basic stuff, without having to run out 24 hours before things happen. I completely agree with this. I'm actually not even surprised. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I told you all earlier in other videos, I just literally started shopping at Sam's Club. I mean, my family shop at Sam's Club, and we've been getting things at bulk. And when you get things at bulk, normally you don't have to worry about things like this until you run out of the stuff that you ran out of in bulk. But that's the whole point of bulking your groceries, is that you go grocery shopping before you run completely out. And so you're good. You know, my girl just bought a pack of meatballs the other week, and I was telling her how many grams of protein were in, 4 to 5 meatballs. And I'm like, you're going to get full off of eating like 4 to 5. Literally, she told me last night that she ate 4, couldn't even eat her salad, ate some mashed potatoes on the side, but she was full and still content. So not only do people not buy things in bulk, they also obviously don't read nutritional facts and like nutritional labels. And I think that's the silliest thing. People usually buy food just because of what they feel emotional. And, they buy food off of impulse, emotional impulse, and then they become overweight, and then they don't get foods that fulfill them, and they don't get it at bulk. And then when things happen like this, they spend more money because they didn't get it at bulk, and they're not buying nutritional packed food. It's insane to me. But if we just do better, if people just do, I can't even say we, I'm not part of that group. If people just do better with reading and preparing and buying things at bulk, it wouldn't have to be this way. I just believe it wouldn't have to be this way. What are your thoughts on this in the comment section down below?
No, because I don't think the southern U.S. is prepared for this magnitude of a snowstorm. I don't think they are prepared for this much snow / ice / freezing rain to occur in major cities across Texas, Oklahoma, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Georgia. Okay? Even Tennessee. I don't think that they are getting the magnitude. Like, I know models are saying 2 inches of freezing rain, which is overestimating. They're still going to get lots of ice. Even a ½ inch is catastrophic. Ice is going to stick to power lines, like power is going to go out. Not just in one state, but several states. And there's going to be lots of snow. This might be top 10 snow in Nashville in like historic dates kind of thing. It's showing like 12 to 16 inches of snow just in Tennessee. And Oklahoma might even get a foot. Texas might get a foot of snow. This is unprecedented. And I'm not seeing many officials talk about it, besides meteorologists on this app trying to warn the public this is happening, and then the comment section's like, never happens. Unfortunately, this signal is strong, babe. It's strong. You might want to take the warning now. Now, get prepared.
All right, I ain't nobody's babe, especially not to no man, but I get what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? I get the message. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was going to be 12 to 16 inches of snow, potentially. I'm not afraid of snow. I just would not want my power to be out. So that's one of the reasons why I bulk create my content, because I do not want to end up in a situation where I'm not consistent because of natural disasters or just a disaster or inclement weather in general stop me from the grind. You know what I'm saying? So not only are we supposed to get things at bulk, I believe, like groceries, but you're also supposed to prepare for emergencies with your savings account. And you're also, if you're a producer, a content creator, then you want to create your content in bulk so you have content that's going to be automatically uploaded whether you lose internet connection or not. I will tell you guys this right now. Like, when I had to travel to work between these last 2 weeks, it was about an hour and a half drive. And I know that I upload anywhere between 1 to 4 times a day with long form pieces of content. There was one day, I think last week, that I needed to upload a piece of content in order for me to keep that consistent upload for uploading daily consistent. So long story short, where I was at, I had to end up purchasing like $10, a $10 subscription or $10 payment just to have internet in a public area for a whole entire month. And I only needed to use it for like 20 minutes. But I paid that fee because I'm like, there's no way I'm going to miss. I do the same thing if I'm at an airport. I'm paying for the Wi-Fi at an airport. I don't care how much it is because I treat this like a job, you know? And so when people lose power, you know, most people are concerned about food, heat, and whatnot. You know, unfortunately, if you don't have a generator or anything like that, I'm not sure how you're going to keep that on, but I'm worried about the moolah. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried, like, there's like the power is going to get cut back on sooner or later. But let's see what some people in the comment section had to say. Someone said, I was in the 2021 Texas winter storm. We had no power for a week. Did not know it was that serious. She said, it was terrible. I thought people were overreacting. I didn't realize the entire grid would go out. That is actually crazy to think about. That's actually really crazy to think about. Now, the whole entire grid went out and it was for a whole entire week. Good God. I mean, I got an electric vehicle, but if it's snow all over the ground and stuff, then where would you drive in the first place? You know? Man, that's crazy. Were you guys affected by the winter storm in Texas? Is anybody living in Texas right now that lived in Texas when that snowstorm happened in 2021? This is actually insane to think about now. Another person said, we know, and most of us are terrified, yet Northerners are laughing at us. I don't know about all that. Editing going to get groceries.
Oh, shit.
You don't want to go in there.
I don't want to go in there.
Those lines.
Where y'all about to go?
Home. The lines are to the back of the store.
What is this?
Then what? Bitch.
Okay, is this supposed to be like some type of like thriller, you know, what is going on? A thriller trailer or something? You edited like a horror movie. Facts. Yeah, I went to Sprouts today. Totally normal experience. You would never know an ice storm is coming our way. I guess some people aren't. Look, people who I've said this before on the channel. If you prepare to fail, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. So the people who already bought things at bulk, like us, we don't have to do that. So all grocery stores ain't gonna be empty. It's not the end of the world. You get what I'm saying? Let me know though. Are you a bulk shopper or are you a like last minute shopper? If something happens, I'm gonna buy a lot of groceries. Because a lot of people end up buying a lot of groceries in last minute and it costs them more, man. I'm good on all that.
Ready for a snowstorm.
All right, y'all, we're in Oklahoma and there's a huge snowstorm on the way. So let's see what my husband got from Walmart. He said it was absolutely crazy. So he got some Greek yogurt, 4 packs of chocolate chip cookie dough. He got 2 of the Red Baron meat trio pizzas, a gallon of milk. And then we got, why did you buy pecane sauce again?
What? I did not.
Yeah, you did.
Both ones?
No, one of them's the salsa and one's pecane sauce.
I don't give a fuck.
2 jars
sounds
of salsa. Oh, here's another one. 3 jars. Okay. 3 Alani's, and then we've got a can of refried beans. More stuff. So we've got a bag of chips, the kettle cooked chips, and then a bag of Funyuns. Grab 2 bottles of ranch. Got some cheddar cheese crackers and dark chocolate chips. He puts those in his yogurt. 4-pack of Totino's pizza, beef taquitos. Also got
It's hurting my brain right now, y'all. I know the power might go out, but I just hate to see all this processed food, man. What? 4 packs of cookies? It was 12 cookies in the mugs. 12 cookies in 1 pack. You know how many that is? That's 48 cookies. And I love cookies. Usually, every other night, I'll eat like 3 cookies. I love cookies. That's how I treat myself. You know what I'm saying? I count my calories, I count my protein, I count my carbs, I count my fats during the day. I deserve some cookies. I work out usually 5 times a week. I deserve some cookies. He deserves some cookies. But 60 cookies for a snowstorm? Come on, man. Let's just be honest now. You bought them cookies for more than the snowstorm. That don't even make no sense to me. And when I start seeing all them chips and Funyuns and stuff like, oh God. I mean, yes, it's a storm and you want to have non-perishable items, but we can do a little bit better, can't we? You know what I'm saying? They look like they in their mid-30s, maybe early 40s. Bruh. We got to do a little bit better with the healthy stuff. I'm not eating all that bull. I drink some water and eat some fruit long before I start stacking up on that. Chocolate chips? People really don't be thinking about their health when they be grocery shopping until something happened and it's like, nah, I can't be eating that. Doctor said, I'm on this med right now. I gotta watch what I eat. I'm good on living like that, man. I think that's slavery. That's just what I believe.
2 things of queso, 2 packs of Spanish rice. We got all these packs of the apples with peanut butter. Also got her some little princess snack, and we got her multiple of those. Cheez-Its, sharp cheddar and Parmesan, those are the best. There's another Alani my husband got. Got asparagus, super green bananas. Holy cow. Got a big old bag of Honey Crisp apples, 2 bags of these thin and crispy tortilla chips to go with the salsa, queso, taquitos when we have Mexican food. So our Walmart haul. Oh, I also forgot the eggs. Last but not least, we got
the price of eggs. But you see, people don't be complaining when they know they need it. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to complain about something when you feel like, oh man, this is what we gonna focus on. People literally pick out what they want to pick on until they need it and then they don't complain about it. But shout out to them. They do have like pretty decent stuff, I believe. People eat like this when it's not an emergency too. They eat worse than this too. It really be having me question. I'm like, man, y'all really care about y'all health? Like you putting all that BS in you. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, if you like the content, make sure you subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Winter storm, we gonna live through it. We gonna live through it. You gonna still see me upload videos. We gonna live through it. All right, my people, we're going on to the next video. And this one is a topic that always gets you guys entertained and educated. It's very entertaining. It's unfortunate that it happens to people, but it's very entertaining. It's car repos. Car repos. All right, let's get into it. Subscribe if you like the content. We've all seen it before. Such and such got their car taken away. And it's some crazy situations out here where people literally will die for their cars. And we're about to review them. All right, let's go.
Taking this motherfucker.
Sir, this is going to cause you a lot of trouble.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm videotaping this.
Ask me if I care.
Well, obviously not, but you're going to pay the damages.
I'm not paying no fucking damages.
Sir, the truck is repossessed. It's on state property now. It's not on your property anymore, so stop it.
Because you took it out of my property.
I was actually not on your property. I was on the street.
truck was not on the street.
No, my truck was. I hooked it up by the front tires. But quit it.
Stop. He's not.
Hey, stop it. Freaking get away.
No, you.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's easier to just pay the car note. You understand? Let's see what this comment section has to say. Someone said he even had time to put his back brace on. Go ahead. Someone said don't do anything but pay the bill. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, like this is bold. Like your neighbors seeing you, you know what I'm saying? Like you getting videoed, man, you know, you ain't paying your bill. They still gonna take it. It's still hyped up. God, man. And you risk hurting yourself over a car, for real? This is insane. That is insane. Have you guys ever seen anything like this? Let me know in the comment section down below.
Oh, that dude is nuts. Yo.
Bro! Oh my God! Oh my God! Yo!
Now, if that was me,
What the fuck? Yo!
that was my car.
Oh God! Yo!
Why is he taking it like that? You don't even see nobody in the car trying to take it. Oh, nah. Oh, nah. This is like the craziest car repo I've ever seen. There wasn't even anybody fighting to take the car. Why was the... Let's see what's happening. Someone said the person driving the tow truck stole it because his Chevy was being repoed. And he tried to run off, but completely destroyed his Chevy instead. That is crazy. This is just literally if you got to hear both sides of the story was a comment, this would be it. Like you gotta listen to both sides. That's why I like having these type of videos around here, because it's like, you know, I choose a side, you might choose the other side, but it's like, if this was the tow truck driver, bro, what are you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? You're fired. You know what I'm saying? And it might be his own business, but nah, I'm like, yo, where's the person pursuing their car? He's in the driver's seat of the tow truck. You're going to jail? Oh my God, there's so many penalties with this, man. Oh my God. This is how attached people are with their cars. I'm actually, I shouldn't be surprised, but I am actually surprised. Like, this is grand theft, ain't it? Oh my God. In all seriousness, it's GG's for this dude, which means good game. It's game over for this guy. It's so much money in damages alone, let alone criminal charges. Yeah. For a car that was going to be resold to someone. Now it's technically totaled, I guarantee you. That is crazy to me. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Have you ever seen a situation more crazier than this? And if so, what was it? People really are attached to cars like that. That's crazy. Skirt. Somebody's in that.
Babe! Oh, bro, I thought that you made it fucking, like, go forward. I thought it was just moving forward.
Cat and mouse. Cat and mouse.
Let's see, why she being fucking pussy? Go.
Oh, he hopped up the car with it, man. Yo. Now the car damaged. when all you had to do was pay the bill that you said you would pay in the first place. Now you got to pay for the damages. They probably were going to give up the car anyway, but they didn't want to give up the car. You know what I'm saying? There's no way out of this. You damage the car. They're repoing the car. You still got to pay for the car. Or you're gonna what do people call it? Not bankrupt, but you basically just give over the car note, and it's like you still paying for the car note and to pay off the loan, and you are without a car. Like, there's no winning out of getting your car repoed, man. The financial choices people make, man, literally is insane to me. You know you got responsibilities, but you're not going to be financially disciplined to make sure your bills are paid. And I get it, people go through hard times, but damn it, don't get a car you can't pay for. And where's your savings at, man? You know what I'm saying? The comment section, let's see what's going on in these streets. This was her in the car's reaction to seeing y'all back up behind her. Like, for real, people are literally that serious about their car. They're going to damage the car and still drive off. Like, they're not going to find them again. For anyone falling on hard times, you can ask your loan provider to defer the payment to the end of the loan term. They'll also be happy to take at least some payment too if you don't want to defer, instead of just ignoring the dang bill. Call and ask. That's so true. That is so true. I had to do that once. I had to, and then, you know what? I didn't have to do it. I just decided to do it because it was like the day after I got paid. My pay schedule changed because I told you all earlier, a company is acquiring the company I'm working for. I work in IT, and instead of getting paid on a certain date, we started getting paid on like these weird dates. We got paid on the dates of the month rather than the like every other Friday. And so I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and take I didn't want to take a L, but I still took a L. I didn't know, but I ended up changing the payment date of my car note, and it ended up adding more interest towards the interest payment when I made the payment for my car note. But either way, that bill was getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was being financially disciplined enough to not spend past my budget and make sure that I can keep my car. That way I don't have to deal with stuff like this. Have you ever had a car repo before, or do you know somebody who got a car repoed and did this? Let me know in the comment section down below. Oh my guy. This guy funny enough.
Your car on the repo list?
No, it's not. I just get off the phone with them people.
Why everybody just got off the phone with them people?
Literally, I just got off the phone with them 2 days ago, and they told me they couldn't give me a script.
Well, they most definitely ain't sending the new email over to me.
This car, I promise you, it's not this car.
If it wasn't this car, I wouldn't be here, girl. Plus the VIN numbers match up.
Let me see. I don't believe it. I need some paperwork, something.
I ain't give you your paperwork? No, I ain't give you your paperwork. Hold on.
No, wrong person. No. I just drove out here. I ain't even from here.
Where you from?
I'm from Canton.
You from Canton?
Yeah.
This the last place you need to be from if you from Canton.
Why? I just talked to them. Man.
No, for real though. Listen, once you call the people on that paper, get everything worked out, you get your car right back.
Why do you believe I take my car?
I got it.
No, you don't, because I just got off the phone with them. They literally told me they gave me a 2-month extension.
Believe me, if they would have gave you too much, then they would have emailed me over, and the car wouldn't have been on the list. But unfortunately,
it shouldn't be on no list.
Unfortunately, it's.
Can you wait? I called them. Like, no. Look. I got something. I just came out of. I'm about to buy me another pack here. But listen,
what's that? What that's a lace front?
Yes.
That's a bust down.
A bust down. And
it's
the gold.
That's a 12-inch silk press.
Man, listen, please don't take my car.
No, I gotta take it.
No.
Listen, come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't want you to take my car.
I got to take it.
No, I'm not going. No. We're gonna go together. We can go together. So I don't know how to go from here. Wrong car. I don't even know who are you? I ain't even know.
They call me the GOAT, man. That's it. That's who I am, man. Yeah.
I'm the bull, and I'm a lion too.
Oh. I'm a bull too. I'm a Taurus.
I literally just got off the phone with these people and they trying to take my car. No.
Yeah, you getting loud. Guilty always loud.
And listen, Everything on that paper. Everything on that paper.
Exactly.
It'd be like,
but you all look crazy because they told me they were giving me extension.
hey, they got extensions in there too.
Going. Man, the stories and lies people be coming up with when they not responsible is insane. Like, you hear the same thing over and over again. Oh, I just finished talking to the people. They said they extended it. No, I'm paying the bill. This ain't even my car. What are you doing? You can't do this. This is my car. No, I don't understand the mindset of people in America. You have a payment. You don't own the item, the inventory. Even if you're a homeowner, you don't own it because you still got to pay property taxes. You don't own almost anything in America. Sorry to break it to you. You're always going to have to make payments on most stuff in order to keep, you know what I'm saying, the inventory, the item, the car, the house. That's just the truth. Good gracious.
So guys, this morning, I'm sick right now. So I was behind on my car payment a couple of months. And I always pay my car payment on time. But the last 2 months I was struggling. As you guys know, I went through a breakup. They repossessed my car this morning. You guys know I'm transparent, so I'm gonna share my story with you. It's amazing. I don't even know what to do. I don't know whether to cry. I don't know whether to, it's gonna be Christmas next week. I have rent today. But I share these parts of my life with you because these are the parts that nobody will share with you. These are the parts that people will leave out. I'm in shambles. I am, but I know that God is going to make a way. I paid my car. I paid and paid. I just got a couple months behind on the car note recently, and they repossessed my vehicle this morning. But that's life. I'm going to figure something out right now. I'll figure it out. Anybody have a car they want to sell me? So guys,
you know, there's parts of me that believe some people, like, you know, they do this for their attention. But then there are people who share vulnerable moments like this in their lives, and, you know, definitely makes you want to pray for them, because you don't never know people's situation, right? But a lot of the times people put themselves in these type of situations. You know, a lot of people like to point the finger. Oh, well, this happened to me, but honestly, you had some type of input with it. Now, I'm not sure about her situation, but I do pray that, you know, it turned around for the better, because this was literally like a month ago for her. I've been in situations where I've been financially struggling, almost getting evicted from an apartment, you know, being on my last dollar, not being able to get groceries, even down to like using the toilet paper in a lobby of an apartment, of my apartment, in order to have toilet paper because I didn't have enough money to get that. Believe it or not. And those things you just can't lie about. But one thing that I had to learn when it came down to like creating content, I'm not sure if this is what her content is based about, is just like sharing the hard points of her life, is that there are stages of like people who, like, okay, they have empathy for you, right? And they're like, I'm pretty sure the comment section is full of, you know, people who are like, girl, you gonna get through this or whatnot. A whole bunch of women. You know, one person said next time call them when you're behind and they will work with you. So a whole bunch of people who actually showing that they care, right? But then stop sharing that shit. Honestly, like it just doesn't help your image. You know what I'm saying? As a content creator. Again, I'm not sure if she's doing it to make money or anything, but yeah, let people know that you went through hard times and you came from the bottom, but like people love a good story. So work hard to get yourself in a better position as well. You know, because everybody ain't gonna watch your content and be nice like this. Eventually, you know what I'm saying? You start doing this consistently enough, you're gonna make a name for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I ain't making that. I ain't want to film. At that moment, in those moments, I didn't want to film. But you saw how I just talked about that, right? You saw how I just like explained like how I almost got evicted, you know, how I had my last dollar, how I couldn't afford toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? And I put myself in that position. There was nothing crazy to me that I put myself in that position. I was moving too fast and I wasn't financially wise. And so I learned the hard way. Well, hear me out. I just now started talking about that. That happened about almost 2 years ago. There's no way in hell I'm going to go on the internet and have the energy to tell y'all what I'm going through. And I'm out of, you know what I'm saying? I'm out of essentials and stuff like that. There's nothing, like, it's crazy. It is actually crazy to be sharing that while you're going through it. I'm not sure what she was looking for, unless her content is about like elevation or whatnot. But let me see. I honestly don't know what her content is even.
Lucia wants to know why we can't bring the homeless man in the house.
Stop getting stuck.
And I need all my content creators and everybody to remember this, that is even business owners, you started your boutique, whatever you got going on. So guys,
Yeah, I have no idea what her content.
Y'all need to stop paying fucking $40 for a plate of oxtail. Let me tell you why, because the owner. Listen, guys, I fell asleep real early last night.
Okay, so she's basically venting about her relationship. Buy new healing ebook. Okay, so she got a product. She talking about healing and stuff like that. That's what's up. That's what's up, though. Shout out to Breathe the Experience. You know what I'm saying? For sharing vulnerable moments. And she got 200,000 followers on TikTok. But we know followers don't equal cash. I hope you know that. But what I will say is, shout out to her for sharing her story. It's not easy. There go my man again, man.
Yo! Hey man, what the f did you do, dog?
What's going on, bro?
It's my car, dude.
I understand. This paperwork right here, car's on the list.
I just talked to Henry. I just talked to him last week.
All I got to say, bro, if that was the case and Henry told me or emailed me otherwise,
It's Christmas, dog. I ain't got $2,500.
No, I just got one question, man.
I only got $300 on this motherfucker.
It's a little bit more than $300, but just check out, right? I just got one question. I ain't trying to be funny, bro. Like, what's up with Christmas this year, man?
What?
What's up with Christmas this year? Why everybody everybody's so concerned with Christmas this year, man?
I got kids.
Oh yeah, I got kids too, man.
I got dogs.
Hey, listen, we got them too. But listen, bro, like I tell everybody, man, all you have to do is contact Henry and...
This is only like just a few $100. This is right. Trust me, baby.
I know, and I think that's what Henry concerned about too, because he like, man, it's Christmas and Henry got kids also, and all Henry want to do is take care of his kids, get his kids some little gifts, and you know, don't do that to Henry. Henry a good guy.
Why? So you let more people off like me?
How he
I can't even pick up my children.
How he rip you off?
Huh?
How he rip you off? But no, listen, it's almost like you ripping Henry off at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because Henry just want his money, man. That's all Henry want.
I don't give a shit.
I can tell, man. But you know, like we ain't gonna make this hard as it is.
What am I supposed to do, dog?
Just contact Henry, man.
You see, people really be dodging responsibilities. Like, what am I supposed to do? Pay your bills. Like, it's insane to me, man. And here's another thing too, man. You know, a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I don't think you should have a pet if you can't afford your own cost of living. I really don't. Because the pet's suffering probably too. Or if your pet isn't suffering, then you're prioritizing your pet, which is an option, and you don't even have your own shit in order. That's the same thing with children. Children is even a step further, a lot of steps further, to be honest with you. I don't believe people should be having children if you're not financially secure. Jay, what's financially secure? Depending on one stream of income? Jay, what's financially secure? Not having at least 6 months of living expenses saved up? It just doesn't make sense to me how people make these decisions to have pets and to have kids and then to blame the person who's supposed to get paid for supplying them with their cars or house and be like, I got kids. Okay, and that should be an excuse for you to work harder, to make more, to take care of everything. Not an excuse as to why you can't pay your bills. We working backwards here. Poor people, people in poverty, do not need to have pets or kids. Poverty ain't nowhere where we should stay. I don't care what anybody thinks or feels. I don't care what anybody has to say when it comes down to, well, you can't tell people what they can't do. Okay, stay in poverty then and struggle. But the last time I checked, when I was in poverty, when I didn't have money and I didn't have a kid and I didn't have a pet, that shit still won't fun. And I can only imagine people going through poverty and financial struggles, and they have people under them that are responsible and have pets that are under them that they're responsible for. You will not catch me doing that. I'm good. If I can't take care of myself, I'm not creating or being responsible for anybody else under me. With great power comes great responsibility. Subscribe if you like the content. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's get it. All right, here we go. Next topic is people in public. This is actually really fun. This is actually something new that I have found out that people do in public, which is reveal their bank accounts and their savings accounts. So let's go ahead and deep dive into that. Let's go.
How much is in your bank account?
4,700.
What do you spend your money on?
Just clothes, pretty much, for the most part. I don't want to say like the other things. Keep it PG, right?
Do you think another stranger would think that's a good bank account balance?
Probably not.
What do you think of the previous stranger's bank account balance?
Better than mine, for sure. Yeah.
And now would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
I can share 19 cents. And then my other one is negative $4.63.
We're gonna go ahead and ask another stranger what they think of your
God. Okay, so we shout out to this creator because he goes around and asks people a lot of questions like this. So shout out to Yash. All right, his social media is going to be in the description down below. Just wanted to give him a shout out. Second of all, this is actually really crazy. This is exactly what you be seeing when you have people on social media expose how much they make and how much they have in their accounts. You always hear, "Oh, I have about $4,000. I have about this much money." But it's probably not money, not too much at all. It's probably a terrible amount in my account compared to other people. When honestly, these people out here, they don't be having nothing in their accounts. And don't get me wrong. Hopefully they invest in their money and that's why it's empty, but we're going to find out. So continue watching and subscribe if you like the content. Let's go.
bank account balance? What do you think they'll say?
They're probably gonna think it's really bad.
They'll probably boost their confidence.
Yeah. What do you think of the previous stranger's bank account balance?
I think that's kind of sad. That's pretty low.
Now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
$12.14. I just buy gold jewelry. That's what I'm about.
What do you think another stranger would think about your bank account balance?
I think they'll laugh at me, but I mean, it's all in investing. So like in 10 to 20 years, I'm gonna have a house and they're gonna be broke. So
what do you think of the previous stranger's bank account balance?
I can relate.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Sure. 3,749.
What do you spend your money on?
Him? Food. Mostly food. Yeah. Unnecessary stuff.
What do you think another stranger would think about your bank account balance?
I think they'd be happy for me because I know the struggle.
What do you think of the previous stranger's bank account balance?
That's a good balance, I think.
Now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Yeah, 715.
How much is in your bank?
Okay, so we see a range of people right now going through their bank accounts from negative to pennies to dollars to hundreds to thousands. It's actually pretty interesting. Subscribe if you like the content. We got so many more videos coming up like this, so we're gonna go ahead and react to those.
How much is in your bank account?
1,356.
What do you waste your money on?
Just on food. Maybe like 300. Yeah, I just be eating outside food.
What would you do if you had the previous stranger's bank account balance?
If I want to treat myself, I'll get myself like AirPod Maxes maybe.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Sure. $7.95. But in my checkings, I have like 4,000.
What would you do if you had the previous stranger's bank account balance?
Buy stocks.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Sure. 166,000.
Do you have any advice for other students, like to get that much in their bank account?
Probably just invest in stocks, basically. I just invested when I was 18. I'm 19 now. I think I just got lucky on Nvidia and stuff.
What do you waste your money on?
I don't really waste money. I just buy stocks, basically. I don't really buy anything besides what I need.
That's the
shout out to this guy, man. Shout out to this guy. We got something to learn. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got something to learn
Stocks,
with this guy right
basically.
here. Look, I just want to check him. Check him out. Check him out. Check out the fit first of all. All right. Is it 3 stripes or no? That's not even Adidas. It don't even look like Adidas. It's just white stripes, right? Adidas got 3 stripes or something. Anyways, the white T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? No logo. It looked like he on a college campus. You know, nothing fancy at all. You know, I don't know what kind of shoes those are. I'm not a shoe person, but that's what's up. I'd love to hear something like this because you got so many people talking about the struggle. Oh, it's hard to make money. Well, the cost of living. Yo ass just spend too much. You heard what he just said, right? And earlier in this video, in this segment, I said, hopefully their checkings and savings accounts are low because they invest their money. Truthfully, my mentors taught me you only need $5,000 in your savings account. Now, me, I'm going to be like 6 months because I've been hit before by life. We all have. And I'm good. I need to make sure I got not only 5,000, but 5 to 6 months, preferably 6 months of living expenses, just in case I don't make any income at all, which is going to be completely impossible because I work way too hard on the things that make money. But I just want to have 6 months of living expenses. What I do is have a couple thousand in my savings account, but I have the rest in my investing account making me money. My man just said that he invests in Nvidia. That's one of the stocks that I've been heavily invested in. I'm so excited for my financial future. If you're not investing, I don't know what you're doing. Most people don't even want to learn or study the market or anything like that and educate themselves. And then they complain about the economy, the price of eggs, the price of gas, and Trump and all this, that, and the third, but they're not doing anything to help the money babies they got have more money babies. To make a long story short, when you get your money from your 9 to 5, you need to make sure you got some way of turning some of that money, at least some of that money, and having it become parents and creating money babies. And then when they have money babies, you get the money babies and you spend them. But your parent money, the money you got from your 9 to 5, you still got it. You still got it. I was about to buy, actually I did buy it. I returned them though. I bought the Meta AI glasses. I thought that was pretty cool. Y'all know I'm a nerd at heart. They were like $400 and some change. They were pretty cool, but it's nothing like the Apple Vision Pro. If you don't know what the Apple Vision Pro is, basically it's a $3,500 VR headset and it's real fancy. You can do a lot of stuff in there. But I returned them $400 Ray-Ban Meta glasses because I'm just blown away by the Apple Vision Pro. But I thought to myself, they're $400. That's exactly what I earned in Nvidia in the past couple months. So really, it's technically free money, right? And then I just returned it. I was like, yeah, it's not what I really want. I'd rather get what I really want with the Apple Vision Pro. But I'm going to reward myself with that once I open up more income streams. So, yeah. Anyways, subscribe if you like the content. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below.
Buy anything besides what I need.
That's the previous stranger's bank account balance. So what would you do if you had that balance?
Oh my gosh, I would stop going to school. Like, what? Are we serious? I would I don't even know.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Yeah, $700 total.
What do you waste your money on?
Mostly on food and stuff, and housing.
What would you do if you had the previous stranger's bank account balance?
Okay, you'd catch me at Brandy Mobile buying everything I want and a couple stuff.
I just want to pause real quick. You heard what the other girl said, right? The other girl said food and housing. What do most people spend their money on when they graduate college? They complain about rent. They get a house loan, so they pay mortgage, and they complain about groceries, and then they get a car and then finance their furniture. Don't you see the financial trap people be walking into? I'm pretty sure she's a college student already. Housing and food. Have a roommate or live with your parents. I had to swallow that pill, man. I thought I was too old. I was 25, 26, 27, no, 24, 25, and 26 years old when I lived on my own. And my ego was too big at the time for me to be like, I got to move back home with my parents to get back on my 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? And if you older and your parents are here or your parents aren't here because, something happened or they passed away, unfortunately, why not have a roommate? People can be complaining like they can't room up with people and split rent or split more. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense to me, man. It's the financial habits people have that keep them broke, not so much of the system.
Starbucks, but damn, I wish I had that much.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
I guess $527.
What do you waste your money on?
I'm like, she's right here. Little Starbucks. I don't know. Depends how I'm feeling.
How much is in your bank?
It's so crazy to me, man, how people be spending money on $4, $5, $6, $8 cups of coffee. Don't get me wrong, I do it too. But I live by dollar cost average. So basically everything that I earn, I split into a percentage, and I'm allowed to spend 10% of everything I earn into money like Starbucks and whatnot. But it's so crazy to me how people live their lives, and they, oh my gosh, I wish I had 700. I wish I had 500. I wish I had 400. I wish I had 800. The bar keeps lowering. It's so crazy, except for that one guy who had 6 figures in his account. It's crazy to me.
How much is in your bank account?
$13.90.
What do you spend your money on?
Random stuff. Gas station, energy drinks, food, just going out to eat, stuff like that.
This is the previous stranger's bank account balance. What advice do you have for them?
Try to save up a little bit. Don't overspend.
Now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account? $225,667. What do you do for a living?
I'm a foreman for a construction company.
How old are you?
I just turned 30.
Do you have any advice for anyone else who wants to have a bank account balance that big?
Don't overspend. Don't spend more than you make. That's what I do.
This is the previous stranger's bank account balance. What?
Okay, so here's a gold nugget. Here we go right here. Don't spend more than you make. This is why I say a lot of the times when you can't afford the thing, it doesn't mean that you need to go and switch to payments. You know, people think that they can afford the thing because they can afford payments. No, you're still in debt. You can't pay the full thing off for a reason. I personally will not be getting a house unless I can pay that thing off in cash. A lot of people are, well, do you know how many people are actually able to do that? Well, I guess I'm going to be one of them, so you can count one. You know what I'm saying? I'm good, man. You know how many things in this world these businesses or the banks make you think you can afford just because you can afford the payment? It's insane. It literally is insane. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below and subscribe if you like the content.
$30 in my checking and $0 in my saving.
What do you waste your money on?
Car parts and food.
What would you do if you had the previous stranger's bank account balance?
I would get a job immediately.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Yeah, so I have about $211.20 in my account right now.
That's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What advice do you have for them?
I would say start saving. They probably spend a lot of money on food. I know I'm doing that right now too.
Now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Yeah, 800.
What's the most embarrassing thing on your bank statement?
I go to the vending machine at work a lot, so I spend almost like $20 on that too.
And a single day or like a week?
A day or two.
That's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What would you do if you had that balance?
Probably nothing. I wouldn't do anything with that amount of money. I just save it.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Yeah, of course. $30,000 in my bank account. That's combined, yeah.
Oh.
I'm a manager at a family restaurant. I've been working there since I got out of high school.
That's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What would you do if you had that balance?
Dude, if I had that much money, I'd be DoorDash and Chipotle. That's how I know I made it in life.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
I have $0 and zero.
I've never seen that. 0.00.
0.00.
How much is in your bank account?
$30 in my checking and $0 in my saving.
What do you waste your money on?
Car parts and food.
What would you do if you had the previous stranger's bank?
A car. Here we go. Someone who has a car, who starts customizing the car with $0 in their savings account is insane. There is no excuse. You know, and I'm glad these people are vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Because so many people won't be vulnerable with how they spend their money, but they'll always cry broke. They'll always cry, oh, the prices are rising and, you know, stuff is so expensive and how they can't afford certain things, but they always find a way to get exactly what they want. Isn't that crazy? I think it's a lack of mental discipline. I really do. Because if you let your emotions take over, and we all human, but if you let your emotions take over to the point where you complain about the economy when you're in control of how you spend your money, you got some self-reflecting to do. You really do.
How much is in your bank account?
$9.72 in my checkings, $14,750 in my savings.
What do you do for a living?
I sell solar.
That's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What would you do if you had that balance?
I'm not gonna lie, if I had that balance, I'm throwing $300 on a parlay tomorrow.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
For sure, yeah. $5,500.
What do you do for a living?
Okay. We've talked about sports betting. Oh, the biggest scam, man. The biggest scam, man. I think sports is a scam. And this is coming from someone who don't even be watching sports. And I've joined a while ago, like a couple of years ago. I joined a sports betting group where you paid a mentor and they literally give you the calls and everything like that. He was a legit guy, but he even believed himself that sports was a scam. You know what I'm saying? I think people they be burning through money, man. Yeah, you might win some here or there, but man, like a parlay, if y'all don't know, is when you put, let's say you put $5 down and you got like 5 different sports games going on. So you line up the 5 sports games, and in order for you to win money, all the 5 sports games have to, like, you have to win those bets, right? You have to win those odds. So you put $5 in, you might get $500 out. The reason why you get so much out is because the stakes were so, like, the chances for all 5 being a dub for you, being a win, was very, very low, because you put more probability in you losing when you have, like, 5 different teams lined up and you only put $5 in. So yeah, you have a chance of winning more, but I just think it's a waste of time, bro. I think sports is a scam. I think watching sports is a complete waste of time. Watching grown men fight over a piece of inflated pigskin is insane to me. And people are so obsessed with the numbers and the statistics of another grown man who's making a lot more money than usually making a lot more money than the person watching it, at least with most of the world. It's a way to distract men, a lot of men, from their purpose. I'm so thankful that I didn't get wrapped up into sports.
I work at Kaiser Permanente.
That's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What would you do if you had that balance?
I'd probably still try to save up more and stuff like that, yeah.
Now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Yeah, around 10,500.
What do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm a salesman for AT&T.
That's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What would you do if you had that balance?
Honestly, I'd low-key move some to savings just so I can have like a bit more of a cushion, and honestly probably buy something a little more on the expensive side, just for once. Probably some clothes though.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Yeah, that's fine. $577.35.
What do you do for a living?
I work at a home for dependent adults, so I help take care of adults with disabilities.
That's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What would you do if you had that balance?
Go Christmas shopping. Give myself a gift, something nice.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Yeah, I got 700.
What do you do for a living?
I work for a water company. Like they drill and rehab wells.
How much is in your bank account?
Oh, do you see the mindset of people? Like, it's literally not even about how much money they have. It is, actually. It's about how much money they have. But the people with the most amount of money, they talk about investing. They talk about, man, if I had that much, I wouldn't be doing anything. Like, save up more, invest more, save up more, invest more. And the people who are zeroed out, who have the most money, they're like, oh, it's all in investments, bro. Because they genuinely know how money works. Most people think money works like, oh, I work for it, I pay for it. When you should work for it, make it work for you, and then pay for it. Or if you really want to stack, you work for it, you make it work for you, then it earns you more, and then you make it work for you again, and then it earns you more, and then you pay for it. And most people are like, oh, well, if I had that much of my savings, I'd go Christmas shopping. I'd buy it on clothes. I'd go out to eat more. I'd buy myself something nice just for one time. Isn't it always one time? Like, it's so crazy to me. It's always one time. Oh, just one time. Just this one time. I'm not saying I don't get those type of thoughts. I definitely do. I just told you I was about to buy the Apple Vision Pro. I'm going to buy a used one. I'm not going to buy a brand new one, but I'm going to buy a used Apple Vision Pro for like $1,800. All right. But I'm not going to do it until I accomplish opening up another stream of income. And that stream of income is generated from me creating an asset, something I don't have to trade my time for money on. You know what I'm saying? And that is YouTube, if you haven't guessed it by now. But I will be doing that. And yeah, I have to be patient. And yeah, I can buy it cash. I can buy a brand new one cash right now. But I'm not. And I'm definitely not going into debt. And I'm just not going to do it. It's called financial discipline, man.
How much is in your bank account?
3,000.
What do you do for a living?
I work at Jersey Mike's. I'm an assistant manager there.
That's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What would you do if that was your own?
Save that for sure. Yeah, I'll save it 100%. Yeah.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
I have around 20,000.
What do you do for a living?
I work at an after-school program.
That's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What would you do if that balance was your own?
Honestly, I would just save it more, keep going up, and hopefully one day, double at least.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Yeah, of course. 38,963.
What do you do for a living?
See, this is the thing I love. It's usually everybody who has more is always like, I would probably save up. You know what I'm saying? I would probably save up some more. But then the people who have less is like, oh my gosh, I just spend it. Do you see the pattern here? If they have more, they know how money works a little bit more. And I'm not saying saving is the solution. It really isn't. You know what I'm saying? It really isn't the solution. It's really to have a cushion and then you can invest more aggressively. But the people who have more are like, yeah, I'd save it. They never go and say, oh, I'd spend it. Yeah, I got that amount. I got that amount. So I go ahead and spend it. And then, I just refill it back up. We can learn something from this here. The next time you go out and buy something that you really don't need, that you feel like you want, or you feel like you need, but you really just want it really bad, ask yourself the question. Am I doing something that the person who has way more access to money than me, am I making a choice like that person, or am I making the choice like a poor person? Poor is not a money amount. It's a mindset, because they all start I can't say all. Some people are born into their wealth and born with money, but most people aren't. They just aren't.
Technician. I work at a Ford dealership. Yeah, mechanic. So
that's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What would you do if you had that balance yourself?
I'd probably want to put it into stocks or just invest it into something like a compound interest on it.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Yes, 43,500.
Go again, another banger. You can see right here. The first person had $3,000. Second person, $21,000. Third person, $38,000. Fourth person, which is this guy, $43,000. Shout out to these people, man. They know something a lot of people don't.
$3.
What do you do to have that much money? What do you do for a living?
I just work at Amazon, but I'm pretty good at saving. I don't overspend when I don't need to, and then I put it back into investing. So
that's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What would you do if that was your own balance?
I'd invest it. I'd definitely put some money away.
What would you invest it in?
My own business.
Now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Yes, 41,000.
What do you do to have?
Okay, well, it's not more, but it's $3,000 less. Same amount. Usually around the same amount. This is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And it literally, watching this video, I don't know about y'all, got me really hype about investing more money, because seeing how people have a poor mindset of, oh my gosh, I'd buy this if I had that. Oh, wow. I don't know what I'd do with that money. You know what I'm saying? We can learn from people like this. You can learn from people's mistakes. You can learn from their mindset. You can learn from their wins. And you don't have to make the mistakes. I invested into a options investing course a year and a half ago. I've watched it 3 times. At the time, I was broke as hell, so I couldn't invest into it. But now I do have the capacity to do so and put a couple $1,000s into options. I gotta do it now, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been playing safe this whole time. I've been just investing into stocks that I've been studying, but options investing is pretty cool. I have been studying that as well. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below, and subscribe if you like the content.
How much is in your bank account?
70K.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a PE for.
That's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What would you do if that was your own balance?
Probably buy a car. I like BMWs. Probably really put it towards a M4.
Why I gotta be the black guy, man? Damn. Bruh. Oh God. Not only is a BMW obviously it's a $60,000 car and above, but here you go, the maintenance on that thing. Oh man. Gotta be the black guy. It's got to be the black guy. Come on.
Petition.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Sure. 1,200 in checking and 283 in credit.
What do you do for a living?
I work as a counselor, like a behavioral health counselor.
That's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What would you do if that was your own balance?
Rest towards bills. I don't know, probably treat myself. It's the end of the year. I've been working hard all year, so probably treat myself. My mom as well.
And now, would you be down to share?
That's like 1 month worth of rent, if that. What? My first apartment rent was like $1,200. My second apartment rent was like it was like $1,800. My third apartment rent was like $1,600. That's not even full rent, man. Let me know in the comment section down below. What is your rent? What is your mortgage? He's like, go shopping with $1,400 in your savings account. You got to be kidding me.
How much is in your bank account?
Oh, of course. $147.74. Freaking $25. That's right.
What do you do?
See, do you see the people that, like, okay, again, just because their accounts are lower doesn't mean that they don't invest their money and they can't have a wealthy mindset, right? But he's got a low account and a poor mindset. That ain't it. That's just not it. It's not it. That's how you stay broke. Well, if I had that much, this guy has basically the guy before him has about 7 times as much. 7 times as much money in his account. He's talking about I'd go shopping, treat myself out. Man, I'm trying to keep it PG.
For a living.
Just warehouse work right now.
That's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What would you do if that was your own balance?
I think I'd get a full-time job and a little side hustle though. I think push it up a little bit.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your bank account?
Yeah, I'll be down to share. On my business account, there's a little bit around like 16, 17,000.
What do you do to have that much money? Like, what do you do for a living?
So I don't have like one line of income. I'm a musician, so I have a group, and I also have a rental company, and then I also have a reselling company where I buy containers and I
That's what I'm talking about right there. Didn't I say multiple streams of income? People, look, we review all type of financial and economic videos on this channel. And when we hear people talk about, oh, the cost of living, it's not fair, we deserve a raise. Shut up. Shut up. You got people out here walking past you with 16, 40,000, 16,000, 20,000. $112,000, investing their money, having multiple streams of income, and you think you got it bad. You were dealt the card. You have the cards that you were dealt, and it's upon you to be responsible and use those cards to your advantage. They're not there to beat you up. They're there to encourage you to get out of that situation. I just told y'all earlier in the video that I struggled living in an apartment. I could barely afford toilet paper. I had to swallow the pill of my ego and let that shit go and say, you know what? I got to get back on my 2 feet and do some things I really don't want to do, like get a 9 to 5. Because that was one of the biggest things I had to get over. It was like, okay, I'm an entrepreneur. If I go back to a 9 to 5, I'm a failure. No, you can have multiple streams of income. But a lot of people out here working 9 to 5 don't want to be an entrepreneur, even though they are, because they still have to market themselves to their job with a resume and show them that, hey, I'm a good candidate for this job. They still have to market themselves and sell themselves. You're an entrepreneur. You are a business. They'd rather, oh, well, everybody doesn't have to start a business. Shut up. You just a broke ass business. You know what I'm saying? That ain't it, man. Being in poverty is not it.
resell a lot of the stuff from there.
That's the previous stranger's bank account balance. What would you do if that was your own balance?
Ooh, I'd probably like invest it maybe in like something to resell. Probably investing because I do reselling.
And now, would you be down to share how much is in your own bank account?
Sure, 870.
What do you do for a living?
I resell. I work at the swap meet, so I resell blankets.
How much is in your bank account?
Damn, reselling blankets. I wasn't even guessing. I thought he was about to say some shoes or something, or iPhones or something. That you can make money off of blankets. He had only $800 in the savings account, but who knows what he got somewhere else. Subscribe if you like the content. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's get it. All right, that was a value packed one. I really like those. Let me know in the comment section if you guys like those type of videos. All right. All right, we got two more topics for tonight. The fourth topic for tonight is there's a fake poverty trend going on. We're gonna go ahead and review those videos. Let's go ahead and get into it.
This about to wake up a lot of people. Sometimes people will talk themselves right into the tax bracket that they belong in, the tax bracket that they are already in. I was legit at work the other day. My coworker was tripping on the fact that I get Starbucks frequently. He was bothered by the fact that I could afford Starbucks. But let me tell you how we got to that point. I had $5. $5, a $5 bill. I took that $5 bill over to the snack drawer at her job. Snacks are 50 cents a piece, and I didn't have any single $1 bill, types of quarters, no change in my purse. I asked, did anybody have change or knew where the person was who normally gives out change for the snack drawer? He immediately yelled out loud and put me on blast and said, I mean, what do you care, Jayla? You spend $17 on a Starbucks drink every morning.
Oh, yeah, they a hater.
And then I had to remember, some people are mad at the fact that it's you, that you get to do what you do. This about to wait.
Yo, she ain't lying. There's so many people out here hating on people who have more resources than them. And the sad part about it is they have the same opportunity every single day. This is exactly why I'm so passionate about talking about finances and money, because I never had that mindset. I never had that mindset. Shout out to my dad, man. My dad, entrepreneur, man. You know, he raised me to look at the world in an opportunist way. You got somebody making money off of airheads, vending machines, restaurants, flipping iPhones, fixing iPhones, working out, building a business. He grew up washing trash cans when he was a kid. He taught me the principles of seeing opportunity. And so many people ignore the opportunity, are lazy as fuck. And they don't want to do better for themselves. That's exactly why they get mad at other people for doing things that they know they wouldn't want to do. And that is insane to me. And we gonna win every single time. I used to tell myself, when I get nice things, I don't need to get them to impress people. I still don't do that, but it's kind of hard when you like nice things that other people like too, like Starbucks for her. Or for example, I got a MacBook 16-inch, and when I first got this, it's the M1 version. It was like 2800. And some people know what that is, you know what I'm saying? But I got the newest MacBook when it first came out. It was one of the first models, right? And I remember my college friends being like, man, what? Man, why you got that? How you got that? I was in college working a 9-to-5 part-time, but making $4,000 a month. I would say a little bit passively, right? A little bit passively, because I was making money online creating content. People will hate on you because they can't do, or they don't have the work ethic and the audacity to put in the work like you do. And I had to tell myself, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. We just gonna have nice stuff. I don't need to do it to impress, but eventually you gonna look like money. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna notice you got something on nice. Look, I could care less now. I really don't care. I take pride in my hard work now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bro, you can do it too.
Let people think you're poor. I never understood when people tried to act like they have money. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. But even then, it's who cares? Literally nobody cares. Nobody cares. I envy my husband so much, and I used to make fun of him for wearing the same clothes. I think he wears the same t-shirt that he's worn since high school, definitely since I've known him. So 13 years plus. And I used to always be like, oh my gosh, can you get some new shirts? And he's like, I don't care. I actually would prefer people to think that I am poor. And I mean, because he's got a hole in his sleeve right here. And he still wears it. And he's like, I literally give zero shits. And I'm like, I love that about him though. He's so down to earth, he just doesn't care. And I feel like more of us should not care about what others think about us. Who cares?
She got a point. The hole in the t-shirt though, I would want fixed. But y'all heard me up here on these videos before. Y'all see me mostly in black shirts. Why? Because it's simple. I don't give a look. I work hard, so I don't have to work hard to look good. Most people overcompensate and try to get the name brand, this, that, and the third, so they can look fly. I'm gonna look better than you in a black t-shirt because I care about my body and what I intake on a daily basis. So as you're over here as a man trying to flex and look like you hot shit, like you got all the bread in the world. I know you going broke. You trying to look rich. When my discipline, my hard work with my nutrition and working out almost on a daily basis, it's gonna make me look better. I look better than you with no clothes when you got all the name brands on. You know what I'm saying? That's how I be feeling sometimes. But listen, I feel her on that. My girl be complaining sometimes, why you always wearing black shirts? Because it's easy. It's easy, baby. All I got to do is just think, you know what? What am I going to wear? Black shirt. Got like 8 of them. Black shirt. You know what I'm saying? I run out, do the laundry, black shirt, change my pants, change my socks, change my shoes, brush my teeth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's less complicated, man. And again, when you're in shape, anything look good on you. Even when you're not wearing something, your skin look good on you. You know what I'm saying? It's just something about it, man. When you stop caring about what other people think. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below.
Act like you broke in 2026. Watch the money start piling up. Act like you broke in 2026 and watch how Amazon and DoorDash and the clubs, all the nights out, all these places stop getting your money. Act like you broke in 2026. Watch how much time you had to study, how much time you had to read, how much time you had to work out, get that big back body in shape. Act like you broke in 2026 and all of a sudden, watch how much time you got to work on that business. Act like you broke in 2026 and watch your account, investment account, your savings account, your checking account, all of your accounts start to elevate and rise. Act like you broke in 2026 and watch how much time you have to level up on your skills so you can go ahead and make more money. It's easy in 2026. You just gotta act like you broke.
All right, I ain't gonna call it easy because if it was easy, everybody would do it. You know, I used to be one of these type of people. You know what? If I can do it, you can do it. Yeah, that's true. But you also gotta have some grit. You gotta be angry. You gotta be uncomfortable in life. It's not easy for people to get out of comfort. You see, they're in comfort. They like to watch Netflix. They like to listen to music in their cars instead of listening to audiobooks. They like to go to McDonald's and get fast food instead of making the healthier choice. You can still eat out, but eat healthier. You know what I'm saying? They'd rather go to the club rather than get gratification with working, and they know they did something that they are proud of. You know what I'm saying? So it's not easy. And that's what makes it better, because everybody is not going to do it. And that's why the people who do work harder and do have discipline, that's why we're going to live for more fulfilling lives. I don't believe money should be a thing people have to feel like they got to struggle with. But unfortunately, people don't have that work ethic and that grit behind them to do what they need to do in order to be where they want to be. Now, one thing I do disagree with what he was saying, and it's a certain stage in life, right? He was like, yeah, stop the DoorDash subscriptions, you know what I'm saying, and watch how much money you save. You know what I'm saying? I get he was like, yeah, stop clubbing and you watch how quick your account builds up, right? Sure, clubbing is a waste of time. I'm definitely not spending no bread on no half-naked females. I'm good, bro. I don't even like being seen in the same light as other dudes who are just like simps and think that their money can help them become more fluent in getting females. And sure, there are females like that who are definitely going to flock to dudes like that, but I'm better than that. You know what I'm saying? A woman coming to my life, I'm looking at what is she going to do for me, not physically, but financially and spiritually. How can we grow? All right, it's bigger than just the physical for me. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I just thought a certain way, but now, nah, baby, it's a little different now. It's not even a little different. I didn't change. I don't play the same game as most of these dudes. Another thing, pinpointing at DoorDash, right? He was like, yeah, stop the DoorDash subscription, watch how much your money stack up. Now, I look at DoorDash in a different way. I even pay for DoorDash or Dash Pass. A bill, $9.99, just came out my account today. Caught me red-handed. I use it to make me more money. Let me tell you something. I was at my 9 to 5. I'm making money. I'm on the clock. Okay. I ordered DoorDash for my lunch break. And I had a little break, and I'm like, I'm going to edit my YouTube videos. I'm going to prepare for the night show. So I'm making money in the moment, ordering food so I don't have to drive, because driving is a complete waste of time. And I'm working on an asset that's going to end up paying me more money without trading my time for it. So I'm capitalizing. If I didn't have to drive, I wouldn't drive, because I believe driving is for poor folks, poor people too. But, you know, I enjoy driving. So at the same time, I wouldn't want to stop. But I do believe at a certain level, I wouldn't want to drive at all. because it'd be a waste of time. It's just like cooking. Cooking's a waste of time too. I'd rather have somebody cook for me in the future so I can earn more money instead of using more time to make food and I'm gonna eat either way. So that's just me. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below.
One tip that I learned from the people in my life who are the best with their money is to pretend that you don't have it. The key to having money is to live like you're broke. And I don't mean be a complete cheapskate and never allow yourself anything and never go on vacation, but it's once you enter that next level, that next promotion, whatever, don't all of a sudden break your lease, get a brand new apartment, get a new car, do all of these things, because you're gonna be in the same rat race that you were before. Your bank account is gonna stay the same because now your expenses are higher. So it's like, yes, you might be like up leveling your life in certain aspects, but you're actually still going to be in the same position. My husband is one of those people where like he has money, but he doesn't spend it in a way that's like performative, or he's not flexing, and he's always saying like, unless I can afford it 4 times over and then some, we don't need it. So while yes, he's not like a cheapskate by any means, he's actually very generous. He's just very frugal and genuinely thinks about his purchases, researches, makes informed decisions. On the back end is investing and doing all these things and making sure that his ducks are in a row before he starts making like crazy purchases. Even like when he got a new job, he wasn't like, okay, time to get a new house, time to do this, like we got more money, you know? Like our level of living didn't change drastically just because maybe we have more money now. We're kind of living the same, but you're just setting yourself up for even better.
This is how it's supposed to be. She's basically explaining staying in the rat race and keeping up with the Joneses, right? So many people, oh, I get a raise. I remember one dude I went to school with, I followed him on social media. This was a couple years back, and he got a raise or a promotion at a job. And I remember he posted, he traded in his car that he had that was fairly new, and he got a newer car. And he was like, oh, with the new job promotion comes the new car. And I'm like, even back then I knew that was a stupid move. I'm like, bro. Like, what? How much was your raise? First of all, you trading your time for money. Your time is your most valuable asset. If you're not using the money that you're earning, that you just got extra with, you just got paid extra with to make more money, what are you doing? I know what you're doing. You staying in that poverty trap they want you to be in. Okay, cool. Okay, here's another thing. She said that he makes good financial decisions because he says if we can't afford it 4 times, then there's no need to get it. That makes sense. Now, for me, I do it by dollar cost averaging. Again, I told y'all before, let's say I get paid $100, right? I get paid $100 every week. And that $100, I'll put 10% aside to go into my fund account. I'll put 20% aside to go into my savings. I'll put 30% aside to pay off debt. And I'll put another percentage aside to, whatever. The whole point is the percentages equal to 100%. But I know that fund account, I got $10 in because that's 10% of 100, right? So every time I get paid, it's automatically divided. That way I don't have to really look at something and be like, well, if I can't afford it 4 times, because this is what I believe most people do. They see something that's like $2,000 and they say, well, I can't afford it 4 times, so I'm not going to get it. And then they wait till they hit 8,000 and they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna get it. But you don't have your money divided into which categories you were gonna spend that $8,000 in. And so quite frankly, what you're doing is instead of you spending 10% of your earned income, what you're doing is spending 20% of your earned income, which is double. So I like to go by percentages because percentages stay the same. Dollar amounts change. Again, for example, if I say I put 10% of everything that I earn into my fund account, then if I make $100, that's $10. But if I make $1,000, that's $100, right? So the numbers can change, but the percentages stay the same. Now, yeah, you can call it upgrading your living, but I'm not increasing my percentages. As I make more money also goes into my investment account and then my savings and then to pay off debt and then to pay my bills and expenses and stuff. So everything's growing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody eating. You know what I'm saying? All the accounts eating. So that's what I believe. But let me know, how do you budget? What are your habits? Do you dollar cost average? Do you wait until you can afford 2, 3, 4, 5 times whatever you want to buy? And subscribe if you like the content, of course. Yo, okay, I got a confession to make. Your boy drank a Red Bull. And no, it's not sponsored in this video, but shout out to Red Bull for giving me the energy to go through this lot. I feel like we're reacting to the first topic. I really do. I'm on it. I'm on a roll tonight, man. We're getting straight for this winter storm that's coming, so you guys got this consistent content. But the last topic we're going to cover tonight is straight up homeowners regretting getting a home. Isn't that crazy? People always talk good about owning a home. But let's see what they got to say.
Guys, tell me why my mortgage went from, don't judge me here, $3,200 a month to $5,600 a month. Backstory here is I was looking for a house back in 2022, and I put in offers on multiple homes. So we decided to go, they got declined, and they wanted 50 to 60 grand over asking price for the homes with no contingencies and all that kind of stuff. Long story short, I bought a new home with Ryan Homes. The worst decision I've ever made in my life, I swear to God, and I am paying for it till right now. Long story short, I'm actually selling that home right now. Bought a mortgage with Ryan Homes, and I am the last house that's built on this subdivision, the absolute last house. When I signed on dotted line, my mortgage was 32 and some change. And I was fine with that because that's what I expected, the size of the home, X, Y, Z, yada, yada, yada. Come to find out that, again, I had a realtor during this time, but with new construction, Ryan Homes doesn't pay the realtor a commission. So I was like, well, okay. I'm not going to ask him to come in and do any kind of work because he's not going to get compensated for it. So I let him know what I was doing, and then ended up being no realtor. So anyway, next thing I know, I get the first tax bill on the property with land. On the property with the home build. The taxes were $16,000. $16,000. So that's not not the half of it. So I then go call, like, hey, is this right? Is this correct? Like, yeah, that's your correct property taxes. We're not sure why, but Ryan Holmes should did your estimate based off what your taxes could be on the home, because you're the last home built. So there's plenty of comps in the area that they can use as, hey, your taxes could be this. However, they use taxes off the land because it's going to show you a cheaper mortgage. Okay, so I'm like, okay, so what do you have to do? Well, you got to pay them so your property taxes go up. Okay. The next part of this is that being that my property taxes will be this, and being that the property taxes were underestimated for that year of 2023, I believe it was. Now my escrow account is negative $11,000. My escrow account is negative $11,000 because Ryan Homes only used property taxes on the land. So now I not only have to get my current property taxes updated into my mortgage, now I have the rears back taxes in my mortgage. People, when I tell you I almost lost my shit, I did lose my shit. I'm not gonna lie, I lost my shit. I completely lost my shit because it's something they don't tell you about new construction. And people will say, oh, you should have had your realtor, you should have had your attorney. And that, I guess I take the hit on that because I'm thinking I'm not going to use my realtor who I've been using to show me these houses, because Ryan Homes, they don't pay a commission off the sale. So I'm like, man, that's not right. I'm not going to use my realtor to come in and do free work. I'm going to have to pay out of pocket for my realtor. And then So mortgage went from $32,000 to $5,600 a month. And I'm like, yo, this can't be right. So now I'm looking up property taxes in Libertyville and Vernon Hills on houses that are places, nicer areas than this. This is Antioch, Illinois. No knock against Antioch, but it's not Libertyville, it's not Vernon Hills. It's nothing. There's no restaurants. I mean, there is a few, but it's not built out like that. The infrastructure isn't in place like those places is. And I'm just kind of like, what the So, long story short, I know I said that before, but this fast forward. I'm sorry saying that. Fast forward. Unfortunately, the home that I thought I was going to be in for 7-10 years that my kids would grow up in, I'm selling. I'm selling that home because we can't afford it, and I refuse to be house poor and paying for a house that I'm just trying to keep up with. There's no way possible I'm going to. And then let me say this too: is that the mortgage would end up being, even if I didn't have the taxes in the rear, escrow account, the mortgage will still end up being, I did the math, it was like $4,000 something a month, right? Because my principal and interest was like 27. The property tax was like another 13 something. So it was like $4,100 a month. No, absolutely not. I refuse to pay $4,100 on a house, property taxes on that amount, and you don't have anything to go off of. So yeah, guys, if you are thinking of doing new construction, if you are thinking going with a Ryan Homes, if you are thinking going with any new construction, any new development, specifically Ryan Homes, make sure that you look on that paper and it doesn't say, when it says taxes, make sure you ask them, is this property on the house after it's built what it could be or before? Because if you see something that says, unless you're in a different area, stuff like that, I get it, I'm in Antioch, Illinois. If you see something that's like $2,000 or $3,000, property taxes, make sure you ask them, hey, is this on before the house is built or after the house is built? Because
I wanted to play this mostly through because a lot of you all probably are looking for homes or you're homeowners, and I want to know your experience with Ryan Homes. Because personally, I won't be getting anyone's homes, not Ryan's homes, anyone's homes, unless I can pay for the home in cash. I'm just good on the property taxes, on taking hundreds of thousands of dollars into debt just to say I own something and I really don't own it. Because the property taxes went up on my man right here. And even if you pay off your mortgage, you still owe property taxes. And that's just my signature line with owning a home. And I'm good on all that. I'd rather pay rent, get it out the way. It's a little easier on that side. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I know the comments was eating him up or not eating him up, but eating Ryan Homes up. I saw a little sneak peek before I reviewed the video. Someone said it's not necessarily Ryan Homes, it's your lender. They're responsible for setting up your escrow account correctly. My lender is making me pay 6 months property taxes up front at closing to prevent this. Then someone responded, the mortgage lender is NVR. NVR is owned by Ryan Homes. They give you an incentive of $10,000 towards closing costs. Anyways, let me know your experience with Ryan Homes, with your mortgage, with your property taxes supposedly going up. It's crazy out here. I'm just good on owning a home, period, unless I can buy it cash. I don't care what anybody says. It's a lot of money. How are you going to do it? I'm going to do it if God allows me to. Bottom line, a whole bunch of investing, saving up money, of course, and having multiple streams of income that pay me buttloads of money.
Well, I can't afford my house anymore. Not because I lost a job. I actually got a raise. My mortgage just went up by a lot. So they say, buy what you can afford, live within your means. So I did. A couple years ago, me and a woman I was engaged to, we bought a house together. It was our first time in our 40s. So we bought the house in a small town. I drive 40 miles or 45 miles each way to go to work in a bigger town where I can make the most amount of money. And I live in a small town, so I can afford the house. It's a nice house. I love my house. It's beautiful. Over 2,000 square feet. It's great. When I first purchased this house, it was $169,000. And with all of the insurance and stuff added in, my monthly payment was $1,450 a month. And that was good. And with me and her both working, combined income of like maybe $130K, we could do it. And then we split up. She moved out. Bad decision. I'm an idiot. I don't know. That's a whole nother story. But then my mortgage goes up, and they say, oh, the cost of lumber, the cost of materials have gone up. So in case anything happens to your house, we'd have to rebuild it. So the insurance has gone up. And then the value of the property went up. So my payment went from $1,450 to $1,740. And I was upset about this because my car insurance went up, like doubled. And why? Because I drive 45 miles each way to get to work. And they said, it's because you drive it so much. I was like, but you have my home insurance. Like, I bought this car specifically for the good gas mileage. And you knew that from the start, that I said, I'm going to be driving 100 miles a day. That's why I'm buying this car. And so before I bought the car, I quoted the insurance price on it. So a year goes by, my mortgage goes up. My car insurance goes up. So I have to tighten my belt. I got to do supplemental income. I'm a musician, so I just play more music, do more gigs, and pay it. So from $1,450 to $1,740, I'm making it happen. I get a call yesterday. They're like, hey, you need to pay. And I'm like, all right, I get it. I fell behind. December kicked my ass with Christmas. And so I didn't make a full payment. I was like, all right, well, let me get caught up. Let me check my account. And then I asked, like, okay, what's the balance? And they told me a balance. And I was like, excuse me, there's what? And so they told me that my mortgage is now $2,500 a month. 2 years ago, I moved into this house.
I just want to pause right here and say, when you're borrowing money, you're never the winner. Bottom line. When you're borrowing money, you're never the winner. I don't even want to own real estate if I can't buy it out in cash. I don't want to own real estate if I can't buy it out in cash. I don't care. I don't care how most people do it. I want to have the least amount of risk as possible without being responsible to pay back the banks. I'm good. I'm good on that. His mortgage went from $1,400 to $2,500. I hope you're listening. When you're borrowing money, you're benefiting the banks. Bottom line, I'm not giving them free money. Not if I don't have to.
This town is about 12,000 people. It's a small town. Now, granted, it's a nice house, but it's no fucking mansion. It's not 2-story. I don't have a garage. I don't even have a carport. My backyard is barely fenced in.
Don't matter.
3-bedroom, 2-bath.
And here's another thing. You don't even need a house that big, bro. You say you were 40 years old. You're probably not having kids or any more kids. You was engaged to one woman, so it's like two of y'all, 2,000 square foot house, 3 to 4 bedrooms, or that's what he just said, right? Why you need a house that big? Maybe guests, sure, but that's the whole problem. Entertaining people and whatnot. Why do you even have? You got the house because the payment was good in the moment, not because you needed the extra space. Insane, and you relying on your job, your one stream of income. It sounds like to pay for that. This is what happens when you rely on one stream of income. When you think you can afford the thing because you can afford the payments. Prices go up and prices go down as well, but prices definitely not afraid of going up, man.
So it went from $1,450 to now $2,500 because apparently my house is now valued at $310,000 when I purchased it for $169,000. What the fuck? What's going on? Why? I was doing the right things. I make sure I get a job where I can make the most amount of money for what I can do. Look, I work for a good company. I do well. Like,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you make per hour. And it is, I know it's hard to subtract your mindset from that. I was just talking to a lady at my job 2 days ago, and I was interested in how much she makes in her role. So I did a little bit of research, and she makes anywhere from, at least according to Google, she makes from anywhere from $140,000 to $300,000 a year. And my brain immediately went to that poor mindset. Damn, she make a lot of money. But then there's people that I know who make $150,000 a month. So it's really about your surrounding, for one. Two, how do you make your money? Because even though we say, oh, well, I'm making the most amount of money as possible with the industry that I'm in, that's the problem. That's not a good thing, because you got a cap on how much income you can make. And as soon as you stop working, there goes your high paying job. You're at your job for 8 hours. Okay, cool. What about the other 16 hours in the day?
For a high school dropout, I bought it. I bought a new car, but it's a fucking Nissan. It's not like I didn't go crazy with a Mercedes.
But it's a new car. I'm probably never getting a new car unless I want to pay it all off in cash. And by the time that is happening, I could probably buy 10 of them things. But to buy a new car is silly these days, because that the value is going to drop immensely once you just drive it off the lot. And especially if you can't pay it off cash, yeah, you're really fucking yourself up.
Or something. I don't know. Who's at fault here? What did I do wrong?
Oh God, here we go with the victim mindset. Damn it. I just thought he was venting, but now he's becoming one of them. And, I gotta start putting on my poverty repellent. We gonna come up with a word like that. I gotta get something. I gotta get something popping. I need to patent something. Poverty repellent. You know what I'm saying? Peasant repellent. No, not peasant. Poverty repellent. I like that. Poverty repellent. PR. I gotta put on my PR spray. You know what I'm saying? Because why? Nobody forces this guy to do all the choices he made. You know what I'm saying? He said, us splitting up, me and my fiance, yeah, I was just an idiot. Okay. So now your income, or your household income, is cut in half. We got a house. Okay. Nobody held a gun in your head. You signed them papers. I got a new car. Okay. Yeah. Nobody held a gun in your head for the job either. You know what I'm saying? So people love to complain when things don't go their way and not take accountability. We've seen it a million times. So subscribe if you like the content. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below.
My mortgage is going up by over $500 a month, so let's talk about it. I live in a starter house. If you saw my house, we would all agree that I live in a starter house, and my mortgage is already $4,300 a month. However, I got a letter in the mail saying that my mortgage is actually increasing, and it's now going to be $4,800 a month. It's going from $4,300 a month to $4,800 a month, and I've owned this house for 18 months. I bought it in the summer of 2024, so do the math. It's not even been 2 years at this point, and that doesn't factor in any of the improvements that I've made on this house. I've already poured over $75,000 into this house. I'm constantly putting money into updates, because it's outdated. It needs updates, it needs repairs, just all of the things that come with being a homeowner. And a couple years ago, I made a video talking about why I never wanted to own a house, and I talked about things like this. And my feelings are the same. I am very grateful and very fortunate that I was able to buy a house in the area that I did buy a house in. It is a great area. It's a great school district. But genuinely, the fact that I'm 28 years old and have a mortgage that is essentially $5,000 a month for a starter house that I still have to update and take care of and repair just feels absolutely.
You cannot convince me that owning a home is a win if you have to borrow the money. You just can't. People are happy with their mortgages at first because they, oh my gosh, I own a house. I own it. This is mine. And then they start complaining about the payments, and then payments change and whatnot for whatever reason. I don't really care. Your price is going up. A lot of people shame people who own apartments. It's yeah, you never own it. And they can increase the rent, but it ain't going up that much. And they don't have to do repairs and pay for, like, bruh, you got to be kidding me. $75,000 for repairs? Did she borrow that money too? I got to see what the comment section got to say, man. Tam Tam said, I'm a bit confused. You pay $4,300 a month in mortgage for a house that is outdated? She says, yes. Home prices are insane. Underneath that, people said, I pray you get a good promotion at work and your new apartment is light. Your new payment is light work. I was about to start clapping. Like, oh yeah, she got an apartment. She got that. No. They're praying for a promotion at work, trading time for money again. The problem is you took on way more than you thought you could handle, or no, you took on way more than you could handle. You're trading your time for money only. Or your investments aren't giving you that big of a return. There's no way I'm gonna be a slave over a house, man. I'm good. Yeah, we all gotta pay for where we live, but damn it, $4,000? You can get 2 apartments that are 2 bedrooms, at least in Virginia. I was paying $1,800 for an 800 square foot apartment, 1 bedroom. It was nice. It was a lot of space. It was nice. That was $1,800 with utilities, $1,950. That's it. I could have had 2 apartments for the price that she paying with no maintenance. And no, I never would have owned it, sure. But y'all, she paying $4,000 just to live in a home that she still got to do repairs to. You cannot convince me that owning a home and borrowing money is winning. It's just not.
My mortgage goes up $856 next month. And now that I have your attention, it's not just me, it's a bunch of people. And oh yes, me and these other people, we all have fixed rate mortgages. So it's not that.
Yep, this is happening to everyone right now. It's an escrow analysis that's taken place by the lenders, and they're looking at how much they're collecting in taxes and how much they're collecting in homeowners insurance, and seeing if that's enough to cover your upcoming tax bill and your upcoming homeowners insurance bill. Now, homeowners insurance has been an absolute nightmare ever since Newsom burnt down California, because homeowners insurance prices have been skyrocketing. And so what's been happening now is the insurance companies have been raising the cost of homeowners insurance. The lenders have been paying that homeowners insurance bill unbeknownst to the borrowers. And then after they pay it, not only are they now collecting a higher monthly insurance premium, but they're also collecting back pay on what they've already paid, causing monthly payments to go up $100, $200, in some extreme cases $1,000 if taxes also got reassessed. And so if this is happening to you because you bought a new build and they didn't properly qualify your taxes, or your homeowner's insurance bill went up, make sure you comment the word short.
Whoo! Look, I just don't want to have to deal with them problems, man. Payments. That's the word of the day, payments. Payments, you pay that thing off cash, you ain't got to worry about the payments. I'm saying you're going to have to work hard to dodge them payments. But guess what? You ain't got to worry about your payments becoming higher. Comment section. Someone said $800+ a month increase is crazy. $9,600 a year more needed for escrow. Combined, I pay $4,800 a year for taxes and insurance. Translate that into apartment terms, that's about 2.5 months worth of living expenses in a $2,000 apartment, or close to it. At least 2 months that a homeowner's paying in taxes and insurance, and we paying apartment owners. We paying like that $4,800 is gonna give us at least 2 months worth of rent, bruh. Cooked. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. I'm interested to hear what you got to say. Do you think homeowners are the real renters, or apartment owner or apartment renters? I'd say apartments 110%. Subscribe if you like the content. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's get it. All right, my people. That is it for this show. I appreciate everybody who's stuck along, those who are watching it after it's even live. And yeah, subscribe if you like the content. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. We also have the email down below that you can email us your videos that you want us to react to as well. So yeah, I will see you guys. It's a really good statement. Let me see. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Saturday. We're gonna do an extra show tomorrow because the snow is supposed to apparently knock out the power. So hopefully it doesn't, but I just want to be more prepared. Isn't that what it's about, being more prepared? Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.